Good evening. I am grateful that I have been, selected to almost begin proceedings because I can set the tone of this tribute to Piyush. About a month ago, after his passing, there was a celebration like this of Piyush in Bombay by Ogilvy. And of course, I was there. We were three very dear friends who grew up together, who did everything together, good and bad. And two of us were there talking about Piyush. So by the time our turn came, it was a massive tearjerker. Okay, everybody was talking and everybody was sobbing and everybody was crying. So when we came, we sort of turned the tide completely because it's not for us to talk about his achievements. They're there in public domain. You people are probably more acquainted with it than I was with Piyush. But of course, there was enormous respect for each other and tremendous love. But as in friends, you always underestimate each other and our achievements. And whenever he came out with an idea, I would say, oh gosh, it's rubbish, buddy, Come on, grow out of this. And he said, if you are criticizing this particular idea, then I know it's damn good. So I'm going ahead with it. He was a supreme intellect. Not many people know. Okay, I'll tell you the serious stuff first, if I don't break out into a sob. Not many people know that he was a record holder in St. Stephen's College, Delhi, in Delhi University. I don't think that's public knowledge, or at least it's not with most people. He did pass course because he was an absolute vagabond in school, and he got just pass course in college, and that also because of his cricket acumen. And strangely, he excelled in pass course, and he was the first pass graduate from St. Stephen's College to get a first division. And because of that, he was permitted to do MA in history. And out of 16 papers, he got 15 A's, which is not common knowledge. And the most amazing aspect of that was that he didn't study at all, and neither did he know a word of history. So how he managed it, only he knew. And to this day, all of us friends have said, there was something else up your sleeve. So having said that, Piyush was, we learned from each other. He was not a believer in too much preparation or planning. As we plan our careers, we go to college, and then we have a vision, and that's where we want to be, and that's my passion. I want to pursue it, and I want to earn from it. All kinds of counseling goes on. But Buddy and I, we decided, more because of him than me, maybe me as well, we sort of complemented each other in this particular aspect, was that we did not want over-preparation or over-planning. We wanted life to lead us, life to find us, life to actually propagate Piyush Pandey and Arun Lal. It wasn't that I wanted. Now, he did history, I did economics, and obviously I should have been in the commercial world. But as life dictated, I say I'm an accidental cricketer, and so was Piyush, an accidental advertising man. There was never any thought or planning. He came to Calcutta. Okay, I'll tell you another thing. Our career planning was this, that out of us two, whoever got a job in whichever city, the other will follow. That was our career planning. And Buddy, okay, I got a job in tea in Calcutta after roaming India with endless interviews. And I decided, that Calcutta is for me, and I came here. And lo and behold, Buddy came to Calcutta. I thought, that was young type of resolutions. But not only did he come to Calcutta, he got a job in the same damn company that I was there. So much for career planning, and so much for Piyush Pandey, the legend in advertising. He didn't know a word of advertising. What I want to tell you was, when you looked at Piyush, you never thought of the man or the stature or the intellect behind him. His persona was so endearing, his persona was so downplayed and underplayed that he's probably the most underplayed legends I have ever known. So, having said that, we carried on from there, and from there he got a job in a construction company. I'm sure that's common knowledge. And his sister got him that job. And whole day he would sit in his office and read a book, and I would say, buddy, what's happening? How many buildings have you constructed? He said, constructed? I am in the midst of page 27 of Filmfare. So that's what happened. Then he met a fellow Stephanian, and he, rest is history, and he got into advertising and all that. But about his intellect, let me tell you a few things. He would ring me up for lack of better thing to do at 5:30 or 6 in the morning. And he would crack the poorest of jokes, and I'm rubbing my eyes, and I said, oh God, I have got to endure this man all my life. And he, one day he rang up. I'm just giving you one of the examples. He rang up and he said, buddy, you know why Sri Devi, in those days, I was deeply enamored with Sri Devi, okay? I would see all her films and I thought she was sensational. So he rang me up and he said, you know why Sri Devi will never marry you? I said, why won't Sri Devi marry me, huh? So he said, because she doesn't want to become Sri Devi Lal. So that was Piyush. Hazard jawab like that. We all go to Howrah station. So Howrah station, like we all know, we take our car inside, and while you're entering Howrah station, you see on the window, you extend a hand and you buy a ticket, and he gives you a ticket. And those days it was, I think, about $50 or whatever. And so I extended my hand with the 50 rupee note to this guy. Now this person behind the counter does. So I didn't know what. Suddenly Buddy was sitting behind. He said, 2 plate samosa de de. You are sitting there. Your only job is to give a ticket. I am giving the right amount. So what are you asking? So you 2 plate samosa de de. He was like that. I mean, one day, I was doing commentary. I did a lot of commentary some years ago. So I was doing commentary in the studio of Sony for the IPL. And there we had this show, starting of the IPL. Every day we had this show. And at the end of the show, the compere, whoever was with me, my associate, would ask, and the two of us, there was Navjot with me or somebody, and they would say, who are you favoring today? So I would say KKR or whatever because of this. So and every day the same thing happened. So after about the 10th game, I came out of the show and Buddy calls me. He says, buddy, yaar, how much is Sony paying you? I said, a fat sum, yaar. He said, ask them to double it. So I said, it's not like him, So I was a little hesitant, to accept. I thought he was complimenting me, You're doing such a fabulous job. So ask them to double it. I said, why? He says, because, the ratings of your show are going through the roof. I said, really? Why is that? He said, when they ask you, everybody is waiting to know which team you are backing because they're putting the bet on the other. Out of 10, you got 9 wrong. Your consistency is amazing. So that was Piyush Pandey. All the time, witty, all the time laughing, never took himself too seriously. The greatest lesson I have learned from this dearest man of all time, as far as I'm concerned, is never to take yourself too seriously. Whatever you do and enjoy it, love it, and make sure that, you do for people. He was a revolutionary. He believed that advertising is not only what you see. Every time you see my ad, you must discover something new, something in it. And of course, he used to have an idea, and his brother, Prasoon Pandey, who's also a sensational, ad filmmaker. So he would add all the trappings and embellish the ad till the final comes out. But the idea, the essence was Piyush. The Cadbury ad, where the girl, so free-spirited. Yes, it's about celebration. Yes, it's about Cadbury's, but more it's about women's emancipation and coming out with confidence in your own individuality, not worried about what people might say. And so that was the other thing about Piyush. He was never worried about वो क्या बोलेगा या वो क्या बोलेगा. Idea मेरा है, I have confidence in it, I believe in it, and it's going to touch hearts. It was with everything that he did. So Piyush, well, please celebrate him, although I miss him dearly, but he would want nothing other than to actually, even now, put a smile on your face. Thank you.